Santa Clarita's hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS. Make sure you go to hometownstation.com for all the latest and greatest in the Santa Clarita Valley. And speaking of the greatest in Santa Clarita, we are not talking about Jesse. Okay. We are actually talking about a special guest in studio, Michael Glasgow.
How you doing?
I'm doing well, yes. And you are a second-year guy at West Point. Is that a sophomore?
We call them yucks at the academy.
Okay.
It goes plebes are the freshmen, yucks are the sophomores, cows are juniors, and firsties are seniors.
What is it? Firsties?
Firsties.
That doesn't,
kind of backwards.
That doesn't make any sense to me.
Sounds very flattering, though, either way.
Right?
Yeah.
So you're a yuck.
I'm a yuck.
You're a yuck.
It doesn't sound very flattering.
No, not great. No. I think you should start a campaign to get that changed. Right?
It's tradition. I don't know.
I think it's probably been like that. Has it been like that for 200 years or something?
Next year I'll be a cow. That's not much better.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
That's true. I feel like you should, like, each time you get another step up, you should be excited about it.
They give you cooler nicknames.
Yeah.
Like Blackhawk.
Right? Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
or Dragon.
Yeah, Dragon.
Or like Laser. Or Blazer.
No.
No?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Or at least it wouldn't work in your favor. So.
Okay, the question that everybody wants to ask you.
Okay.
How many push-ups can you do?
Give me a time frame. How many can I do?
Let's go 45 minutes. No, I'm kidding.
45
let's
minutes,
go
3,000.
Let's go. You can. How many in a minute?
In a minute? I don't know. 40, 50.
40, 50. Okay.
Because we have like a 2-minute push-up test.
Okay, 2 minutes. Okay.
I could do like 80.
Okay.
Yeah.
So half that is around 40.
I think that's Kyle's hour time is.
Yeah, no, that's 3 days. I could do 10 push-ups. It takes me 3 days to do that much. Okay, so you're a yuck at West Point.
Yeah.
And you graduated from Canyon High School in 2011.
2011.
What interests you about West Point? What was it about West Point?
I don't know. I just see soldiers and the respect they get, and they're heroes, and I want to do my part for America. So I figure, why not? Why not? And so I graduated in 2011, and then got into the prep school, which is on West Point's campus. So I was there for a year and then got accepted into the academy. And so I did my plebe year, and now I'm a yuck.
What's the process if somebody's listening and they were interested in that? What's the process there? Do you have to be in good physical shape? What you have to have good grades? What do you need to go to West Point?
You have to have good grades, be in a lot of clubs in high school. Sports help. I was on the track team, so that helped. Lots of extracurriculars, and then you got to get a nomination from a congressman. Oh. So I had to go meet with McKeon and get interviewed, and got my nomination to go.
Awesome.
Dang.
All right.
Yeah,
impressive.
It's a long process.
So obviously, for maybe someone who doesn't really understand the breakdown of West Point, because you just think generally, okay, it's a military school. What else? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So can you give us the breakdown and the summary of exactly what West Point is and what they do?
Like my daily schedule,
or as a whole, like what is West Point in a summary? You know, and specifically what you do as a part of West Point. Like they're a military school, correct?
Yes. Well, during the academic year, it's just classes and sports, and then during the summer is when you do the majority of your military training. Like the summer after I graduated from Canyon is you're entering into West Point phase. So they put you through 6 weeks of like a boot camp kind of training called Beast, and then that's what you need to do. You need to finish that to start your plebe year. And then after I finished my plebe year that summer, I went to airborne school, got to jump out of some planes and get my wings. And this last summer, I went to Camp Buckner, which was like a 3-week training in the woods and sleeping on rocks and in swamps and stuff.
Is that like survival training?
Just kind of like basic soldier skills to prepare you for when you graduate. So
okay. And what do you want to do? What do you want to do ultimately? Do you want to be a military lifer? I feel like that's what people that go to West Point do, right?
A lot of people do, but I'm more interested in the civilian workforce. So after I graduate, I'll serve my commitment. But then I'm interested in, after graduation, you have a choice of like 10 or so branches, and people can branch infantry or armor and get to work with tanks or aviation. And those are like the more combat arms branches. But I'm interested in AG, the Adjutant General branch, which is kind of like the public affairs office, because I want to do journalism. So that's kind of So that's my focus, and then we'll see what happens.
What type of journalism? I went to school for journalism. What type of school? What kind of journalism?
I don't know.
Not sure yet?
I just like to write.
Okay.
I'm a writer.
Cool. All right. So Jesse brought up a good point. What is your day-to-day life like? What do you do? You wake up in the morning, they just start yelling at you, or what? How does it work?
Okay. Well, you wake up for breakfast, and you have the breakfast formation, and everyone falls in, and they're company commanders are giving your commands and saluting, and everyone goes to breakfast. And then you go to your classes, and then you have another formation for lunch, and then go to more classes, and then you start your sports for the day. People go off to their different sports or their company.
Does everybody do sports?
Yeah, they have a saying, every cadet an athlete, and so everyone has to do something. So either you're a recruit for football, baseball, or you have company sports or intramurals. And like, each company has their own team, and then all the companies face each other during the week.
Gotcha.
So I mean, for me, I almost have the same thing, but mine is I go to IHOP for breakfast.
No, that's
and then I go to COC for classes, but it seems like it'd be
But you do stand at attention when you walk into IHOP.
Yes.
He does do all
I do salute my waitress.
Yeah.
Right.
But it's a little bit different, obviously, in your case, right?
So it's like a normal, it's a more normal school, right? It's just really structured, right?
Structured. Everyone has to wear a uniform. Thursday mornings, you have to wake up extra early, and they inspect your uniform and your haircut.
And that's for your, what is it called? The G line?
The gig line.
The gig line.
Right.
I was close. I was very close.
It was close.
Yeah. And so they check your gig line. What happens if your gig line is not gigged?
You'll probably get yelled at a little bit.
Okay.
But,
all right.
yeah.
So there's much more yelling happening
Mostly
than when
during
I
the
went
summer,
to
but
Utah Valley University. Nobody yelled at me there.
Right. Well, the plebes, the freshmen, they have a bunch of rules that they have to do their first year. Like they can't talk outside. And they have to
They can't say a word outside.
They can't talk to each other outside. They just have to walk to class at like 120 paces a minute or something like that. And they have to cup their hands, and they have to walk along the side of the walls in the hallways. So you know who the freshmen are.
And wait, okay, so hold on a second. Are they wearing different shirts or something?
Well, on my uniform, I have a shield.
Okay.
It's a colored shield. Plebes don't have shields. And then the yucks get a yellow one, and the cows get a green one, and the firsties get a black one. So you know all the ranks of the cadets on each uniform.
Because I was going to say, how are you going to tell people are walking down the halls?
Plebes just have a blank slate, and they're cupping their hands and not talking. So,
do you guys egg them on? Do you try to get them to talk?
No, but when they do talk, you're allowed to kind of mess with them a little bit.
Have you ever?
Yeah.
Did you ever talk when you weren't supposed to? Tell me the truth.
I can't. I can't lie. Cadets can't lie.
Okay.
Yes, I've talked outside.
Oh my gosh! I am going to call.
For some reason,
I am calling President Obama right now.
Not the president.
For some reason, I have this vision of a firstie catching you, and he has a wooden paddle in his hand.
Oh, firsties! Those firsties are the worst.
I know.
Oh, is that what it's like? Is there like
Not
a
with
competition
wooden
between? Is there a competition between the yuck, the cow, what's the firsties and the plebes?
No, it's sort of like everyone against the plebes, because once you're not a plebe anymore, you're considered an upperclassman, and then you're just thankful you're not a plebe anymore. And you just go about
how was the first year? Was it as bad as
plebe year? Wasn't that bad? Being a plebe, aside from, I mean, you don't really need to talk outside. You're just trying to get to class. You just justify it, right? But every plebe has duties at night that rotate. We have a thing called calling minutes, which is where a plebe gets on the wall for each formation. So for breakfast, and they have to yell at the top of their lungs like, "Attention, all cadets! There are 5 minutes until assembly for breakfast formation. The uniform is," and then they list the uniform. Then they'll go, "For breakfast, we are having," and they have to list the menu for breakfast. And they have to do that for the 5th, the 4th, the 3rd, and the 2nd minute for every meal. Yeah. And then at night, they take out all the upperclassmen's trash. They go around room to room.
Okay.
And they do the laundry. They collect the laundry and take it down to where it gets picked up by the laundry facility people.
So once you get through that, though, you're like, oh, man, that's just a burden off your shoulders.
Yes. Plebe year, you don't have to. After plebe year, yeah.
So you were plebe year, but before that you did, what was it called?
The prep school.
Was there anything with that was different about?
Prepsters are different because you're not really associated with the people down at the academy. You're on the same post as them, but you're separate, and you go to your own classes, and you don't have interaction with the cadets until you graduate.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a different. They're just preparing you for the academy.
Yeah, I'm out. It's too tough for me.
Yeah.
I think we should make the interns not be allowed to talk, dude. I think they should just go from task to task.
I'm just going to stick with my 1 hour a day here. Call it a day.
We need better uniforms, though. I do know that. You're looking fly over there.
Thank you.
That's looking good over there.
Shinies.
We do appreciate you, and we appreciate your service. And Michael Glasgow, he's a Canyon graduate. He's over at West Point. Are you heading back? Are you like on break? Or what are you doing?
This is my
Are you AWOL? Am I getting in trouble for this?
This is my spring break, and I go back March 22nd.
Okay.
So.
All right. Well, good luck to you.
Yes. Thank
you. Congratulations on being able to talk and stuff and not having to do laundry.
Thank you very much.
And we appreciate your service.
Thank you.
And we appreciate you stopping by.
Thanks.
Michael Glasgow, he's a second year, a yuck over at West Point, and he is not a plebe anymore.
Nope.
He will be a cow, and then he will be a firstie.
Right.
See, I got the lingo down. I'm basically a West Point student.
Almost there.
Right? That's right. That's the getting that, though, is like the first step, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. See, there you go.
No.
All right. The powerhouse fire continues to blaze, and 30 homes have been destroyed.
Hello, I'm George Cummings with your SCV News Break.